Okay, so now that we have our lights focused, we're going to visualize them. And the only ones that I've done right now are these three lighting fixtures. So this is what we'll look at in the visualizer. So Vectorworks has sort of a basic visualizer for its lights where you can turn them on and off in space. And there's a couple different ways to do this. Um, One is, now I'm going to assign, oh no, we have, all of these are assigned channel 101. I'm going to actually reassign these two channels to be, I'm going to just make them 201 and 202 just so that they're out of the way of the other lights that I had done earlier. So 201 and 202. All right, so we have all of this. So the best way that I think to draw a lighting fixture with this is to go into the visualizer palette, which we haven't opened yet. Palettes, visualization. And a little visualizing tool will come up. And this will show all of your lights. It'll be organized by channel number, which is nice. And it'll also show if it has a focus palette associated with it. So this is down, center, front, down, center, front, down. Oh no, this is the purpose. This is the purpose that's associated with it. Which these ones, because I copied and pasted, carried off the purpose and the unit number. So I'd have to update this all afterwards, by the way. So the way to turn on a light is really simple. So if I want to turn this front light, I just hit on. And now if I go into OpenGL, you can see that focus palette is a little bit brighter lit. Now, part of the problem here is that we have a lot of ambient light in the room. So the way we're going to adjust this is we're going to go to, I think it's under Modify, no, it's View, Set Lighting Options, and then this is the ambient light info. Bring it down to 0. Now the only light in the room is going to be yours. Okay, so we have our light on at full. Something we might want to do, this is all like a very dark space with no ambient light. What we might want to do is add a person there to show what the light is doing. So, for example, I'm going to use the person tool, which I always have a hard time remembering where it is because it seems like it's not in the right spot. And this may vary a little bit on yours. I just checked through the thing and it looks like this human figure. So I'm going to place a human figure on front light down center. And there it is. Now, remember, when you place something, it's not on your stage level unless your stage is in a layer that's at a different Z-plane. So you want to put him on stage. And now if we go into Renderworks, this is having a hard time. Let me do Final Quality Renderworks and see if that makes it better. Really staticky. I think my computer might be having an issue. So there we go. So there's what that light looks like on that person. And so what if I want to turn on the other lights, 201 and 202? So now I can actually see what my light is doing in space. And you'll notice, I mean, most of this is because it's rendering around different things, but I can sit from my audience view. Now, what I typically do, you'll notice actually that the focus point is blocking light from their head. So you can't delete these, but what you, or else they won't work anymore. But what you can do is actually put them into their own class. So I usually do a class of focus point front light. And what that little dash does is it gives you a subcategory. So the subcategory is front light, but it's under the focus points category. And now I can actually turn off the focus points, but they still will work as pointing where the lights are. So this is a good way to show what you're trying to do with your design. And the great thing is if you do something like, I'm going to grab this light and I'm going to put a color in it. I'm going to make it R33, which is more of a pink. I want to change that color. Vectorworks knows the colors and will actually change the color of the lights. We have also R02, just an amber color. So now it looks kind of ambery. Or maybe we want like R55, which is more of a purple. So you can now just go through and render what you'd like your event to look like. And so remember, you're going to want to do the whole stage. And also you're going to want to do things like look at the, like right now I'm looking at the floor and I'm realizing that there's these sort of scallops, right? We probably want to actually pull these lights down a little bit and cut them off the edge of the stage so that the stage is nice, nice and evenly lit on the ground as well as in the air. So that's something to look at as well. So that's how you visualize in Vectorworks. It works pretty much the same with PARs. The only difference is that you don't have the option of, of shutters. But other than that, the process is pretty much the same. So let me know if you have any questions with your work. Thanks.